Wait. Okay.
Today's session is going to be on the color wheel. And the reason for that is most people do not really understand how to use or how to take advantage of the color wheel. We work with a split primary palette. That's 2 reds, 2 yellows, and 2 blues. If you look at your color wheel, this is phthalo blue, this is cad yellow light, and with the Quiller wheel, there are other names for these colors with other manufacturers. And then this is alizarin crimson. And those are diamonds, and that's your primary colors. The next, triangles. Your diamonds are your secondary colors, and they're made from the use of this primary, and this primary gives you your secondary. If I go here to here, I'll get my orange, or cad red light as we like to call it, because that's what we use for our orange. If I'm going from phthalo to alizarin, I'll get some type of purple, but I can come down here, get French, and I'll also get a purple. Everything out here is either a primary or a secondary. It's nothing else. You cannot add another color in here. You either use yellow to blue to make your greens, and blue to red to make your purples, and red to yellow to make your oranges. If you take from here and go over here, then what you make is in here. And that's your tertiaries. And all these colors in here have 3 primaries with them. They have red, yellow, and blue. And that's how you get your burnt siennas, your sap greens, your blacks, your grays. There are more grays than there are regular colors. And fortunately, we don't utilize that as much as we should. I have a problem with using too many colors because it confuses you. If you work from here to here, you've got all of this available to you, plus all of this. There's no reason to go down and buy a bunch of colors, although Quiller has named all those colors for you out here, but they can all be made. From here to here, you can make everything that's within this line. If you have any questions, now's a good time to ask. Anybody? Do you have any idea how to work the color wheel? White here, in the gray, in the black. If I come from my green, which we have right here is Viridian, and go across to alizarin, I'll end up with black, add white, and I have gray. If I go from my blues to my oranges, I'm going to get my browns. And that'll help you when you're working. Browns are not only useful, but they're very important because they give us our colors, which are called autumn colors, fall colors, sunset colors, and they all come from in here across to the blues.
Why is there no black or white?
Black is
I see
here
gray.
and gray. White is actually not on the wheel. It's something we add to make lighter. And well, that's a good act. I remember now what I didn't touch on. If I have orange here and blue here, then that's a complement. If I have orange, I've already used two primaries. And that leaves 1 primary left. And that is the complement to the color. If I use yellow and blue, I make green. I have only 1 primary left, and that's red, and that's its complement. Everybody makes it so hard, and it's actually very easy. If I use red and blue, I make purple, and that's yellow's complement. If you use black, and some people do, I don't. If you use black and you add it to yellow, you're going to get green. So you can't darken yellow with black. And that should be your first indication that it's not the best way to go, to darken a color. If I use purple and darken it, it'll give me ochre, and I can go dark all the way to black. It's not a pretty black, though. It's kind of a gray funny black. Your best black is your red to your green. And it's all transparent. Everything from here to here is opaque. Once we get down in here, we're all transparent.
What is a transparent color?
A transparent color is usually your darker tones. Your cadmiums are all opaque. Your white is opaque. And because opaque yellow ochre is made with yellow, it's an opaque color because it's yellow and white.
And what's opaque again?
Opaque you cannot see through. Transparent you can. There's an advantage to a transparent color. You can glaze with it, you can add it to another color and change it. But the biggest advantage is having an opaque color when you have a mistake. You cannot cover a mistake with a transparent color. So you're stuck with your cadmiums and your whites to block it out.
See, you have your darks in first. Why is that?
If you don't go with your darks first, then your colors become very difficult to darken. Once you get a light color in that mix, let's say we have ochre. We can darken it with purple, but once we add white to that, we cannot darken it again. White takes over and it just destroys the ability to darken as well as you'd like. Plus your dark colors are lean. Your light colors are fatty. And if you paint lean to fat, you're okay because the fat sits on top and brings the color forward. So your light colors advance in a canvas, or your dark colors recede, and they're all lean. So you start with your darks, and then you add your whites on top. You wouldn't want to do it the other way. It would be kind of muddy.
So if you made a muddy mistake, you still could go back and cover it with a cadmium?
You could cover it or scrape it off and start over.
Yeah, okay.
If it's wet, you scrape it off. Don't try to correct it if it's too muddy because and it's on canvas and wet. If it's dry, then you cover it with an opaque color. Yeah.
And then then going with the color you need. Or
Then go to the color you need.
Okay.
Always start with your dark colors first because they give you the advantage of giving you a kind of base for setting it up. You start your composition and you get it more set up with the darker colors. Then as you add your lights and you build forward, those that are closer to you or that are the lightest of colors just pop up.
It gives you the dimension.
Give you your dimension. Lighter colors are your best friend, but they can be used too soon. Any colors? Any questions? Okay, we'll see you next week.